this is where I actually disagree with Jack a little bit, Jack Donovan, like I said, in The Way of Men, where he makes that distinction between being a good man and being good at being a man. I agree that that's a real distinction, but I think that being good at being a man is part of being a good man. And what I mean by that is, if you're a Christian, you might be tempted to think a good man is a man who is moral, who doesn't hurt other people's, and uses his power and strength to help others. Those are good things, of course. A lot of non-Christians agree that those are virtues that we should try to cultivate in ourselves. But the problem is, like, you have a way you were created that as a Christian, you would assume, you were designed by God to be this way. That God, male and female, he created them. It's right in the creation story. It's deliberate. God made us different for a reason, because we're ordered towards different things, like I keep saying. So the idea here is that comes with a certain level of responsibility and duty, like you mentioned, what you're supposed to do. And there's a sense, right, in which being a good man is not just following a bunch of rules, following, whatever system of morality your tradition has. That's part of it. But being a good man also means being what you were meant to be. It's like got a what we call a teleology. You have a certain end, telos, this Greek word meaning like your end or your purpose. The telos of a knife is to cut. And you determine whether or not that knife is a good knife based on if it can fulfill its purpose of cutting. If it's dull, if it's got chips in it, if it's not built well, if it's rusted, you would say it's not a good knife. Or you could say it a little bit more funny ways, it's bad at being a knife. And you would say that there's something wrong. So when I hear men say that, especially Christian men say that being a good man is what it means to be a man, I'm like, I don't know what you mean by that. Because if you just mean following the rules and helping others and having like a general sense of being moral or being ethical, like that's just a very short view of what it means to be good. From a Christian perspective, being good means fulfilling the end that you were created for. Yeah. Being what you're meant to be, not doing what you're meant to do. There's a difference, right? A matter of being and a matter of doing. It's a level of ontology, your being. And your telos is what you are, your purpose is.